Islam going for this history, right? Trying to go for the 17th straight UFC win, which has never been done before. Is he getting too much hate right now? I mean,
yes,
obviously,
always.
Yeah, like it's
always. I mean, just how this guy over here asked Jon Anik that question, I think both these guys are Dagestan Muslim lovers, defenders, all day long, soy boys, white boys, like, always. I mean, seriously, when have Islam got too much criticism or too much hate? If we go back, so he didn't fight for the entirety of 2020. Like, he has never been a super active guy at all. He got his title shot by beating Bobby Green. Then, let's see. Then he defended... Then he had a razor-close fight with Volkanovski, which I think he should have lost. But in either way, so he wanted credit for going to razor-close fight with Volk. Also complained about that he didn't have enough time to rehydrate because he's a weight bully. Then he fights Volk on short notice and wants credit for the KO. For short notice, 145er, when you're a 170er, draining yourself to fight at 155. Then he fights once in 2024, fights old man one hip Dustin Poirier, takes him to the 5th round, right? Even looked like he was about to give up in that fight. Then he beat Moicano on a day's notice. He shouldn't gain big stuff for that. Can they be quiet? Jesus Christ. Anyway, and then he had the worst fight of 2025. The worst fight of the year. Boring, lay and play. Boring, lay and pray, wet blanket, as they always do. Like, when has he got more hate than he... Always. Such a Dagestani glacier. Jesus, man.
I know they were talking about this fight for Newark at one point in time, and then I think Islam's hand thing happened. There's obviously the whole narrative about Ilya at the White House that didn't materialize, and now could be August because they don't want to, I assume, put him on the same card as Conor in July, which makes sense if that ends.
Why don't they want to put him on the same card as Conor? Is it maybe because the Dagestanis are known to not being able to control themselves because they are inbred? Let's go back to, what was it, November when Islam fought JDM. What happened in the crowd? Dylan Danis throughout the years have just made some comments, haven't jumped the Dagestanis, haven't assaulted them, done something serious, talked some shit online, as everyone does nowadays, and they gang up on him 6-7-1. Imber, Dagestani, Muslim, bitch, goat fucker, all on Dylan Danis. Is that maybe why they can put... Because Conor... When have you ever seen Conor and like 6 guys jump one guy? Have you ever seen that? Yeah, Conor and a few guys ganged up outside the bus back in 2018 because Habib did the same tactic, like 6 against 1 against Artem Lobov, Conor's teammate. So Conor tried to do the same thing, but he didn't. It was the 3-4 guys outside the bus. Completely different situation. But could that be why they don't want to have Islam and Conor on the same card? Because they don't have the control over themselves? Because they are dumb, retarded?
Ends up being the case. But now everyone's saying this guy, inactive, hasn't fought in 10 months, took no damage against Jack. Like, is it too harsh, especially if he does have a legit hand injury?
I think it is too harsh, and when you look at all of the...
How is it too harsh? Let's go back. What did he say exactly?
Too harsh, especially if he does have a legit hand injury.
I think it is too harsh. And
against Jace, because they don't want to, I assume, put him on the same card as Conor in July, which makes sense if that ends up being the case. But now everyone's saying this guy, inactive, hasn't fought in 10 months, took no damage against...
Isn't all of that true? Okay, so So Islam will fight in August. Dana confirmed it. As they said, we have the White House card in June. July will be Conor, like 99% Conor International Fight Week. And August we will have Islam versus probably Ian Gary. He's the most deserving guy. It's true. He fought in November. That's 9 months. 9 months. That's inactive. When, as he said, he took 0 damage. And listen, I don't hate JDM, but I'm not gonna lie. JDM had a shit performance. Of course, he was trash in that fight. But however you want to look at the fight, Islam took 0 damage. He could have fought in January on the... What is it? We didn't even need a interim fight between... Islam could 100% fought on the first Paramount card in January. 100%! Against whoever was ready from November. If it was Ian Gary, Prates, Morales, whoever was ready. Absolutely. Like, and if not that more... I don't care a single fuck about Ramadan. You can't use Ramadan as an excuse. Are we, the fans, or the UFC, forcing you to be Muslim and do Ramadan? First of all, we have seen plenty of Muslims before fight during Ramadan. Or fight like just after, so they're training through Ramadan and like kind of break the fast maybe, or some people push for it. Evlev just fought. So like, there's no excuses there. Like, it's not like anyone is forcing you. You're forcing it upon yourself because you're retard.
Jack, like, is it too harsh, especially if he does have a legit hand injury?
I think it is too harsh. And when you look at all of the different rumors and rumblings and things that transpired when it came to June 14th, and then you inject the hand injury into the conversation, Ramadan, all these different factors.
Ramadan isn't an excuse. How is it an excuse? How is it an excuse? No one is forcing you. It's not like when back in 2020 when everything was locked down and people literally couldn't like leave their house. No one is forcing you. And even if you force that stuff on yourself, you can still fight. It's not like they are starving and can't eat for 2 weeks. It's just they can't eat like whatever it is during the day. They can eat after the sun goes down or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like you can still eat, but you just have to... I remember... what's the guy? Okay, now I thought about Misfits. But I remember a fighter, the trainer talked about it deeply. How they had to restructure the training. They couldn't just train like they used to. For the trainer, it was his first time, I believe, training someone who was going through Ramadan. And they just had to like change up the training. I mean, I know some people, I think, train at night because that's where they can eat. And yeah, however they do it, like, no one is forcing it upon you. And even if someone are forcing it on you, you can still fight. You can still eat. Like, it's still... And some people like... Ankalaev, when he fought Pereira, I believe last year, I believe he ate during Ramadan because they fought during that time. I believe they confirmed it that Ankalaev kind of broke the rules of Ramadan. So yeah, people have done it before. No excuses. And the hand injury, I'm gonna get to that in a second.
I think we should be giving the pound-for-pound king the benefit of the doubt, and I take him at his...
Like, does that look like a guy with a hand injury? Boom, 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 boom. This is not live. He doesn't have a hand injury. This was just posted a few days ago. He's a fake. He's a fraud. 100%. Docked Ilya for the White House card. 100%. Oh, I hate these guys. Retire. Go F yourself. Like, retire. What did he say? I take it on his benefit of the doubt.
To June 14th, and then you inject the hand injury into the conversation, Ramadan, all these different factors. I think we should be giving the pound-for-pound king the benefit of the doubt, and I take him at his word.
Yeah, he takes it as... Yeah, I just showed you that Islam is lying, or whoever it is. We know Ali Abdelaziz is running Islam's account, but Islam is a grown man. If someone uses his account and says whatever he wants, that's still Islam's responsibility because it's your account. So if someone is pretending to be you and talking shit, that we can still throw it on you because they never admitted that it's Ali, but we know it's Ali. But oh, yeah, such a fraud, such a fake. But yeah, it's clearly fake. We just saw it. Doesn't have a hand injury. Hit hard. Like, dude, ask any doctor. You can't hit like that if you have a hand in. Like, if the reason you can't fight is because of the hand injury, you won't be doing that. And if you're recovering from surgery or just resting your hands, that's not what you do. That wasn't light hitting the pads, light sparring. That was boom, boom, boom. Jeez, man.
Right when Dustin Poirier, I think on the Joe Rogan Experience, came out and suggested that Islam was 190 pounds when they fought.
100%,
Islam immediately
100%.
says, I've never weighed more than 80 kilos in my life. Islam is a super thoughtful, sincere, genuine guy. I've really enjoyed every single interaction with the guy, and he's the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world. So I would like to see him get a little bit more grace. I mean, we've seen a lot of champions have bouts of inactivity, even Ilia Topuria recently, Hamza Chimaev. So,
okay, dude, I'm happy you mentioned Hamza Chimaev. What does Hamza Chimaev have in common with Ilia Topuria? Muslim, inbred. Yeah, the same, cousins. Like, Chimaev is, if you want to talk against this criticism of Islam and those guys in general, it's not a good example to give Chimaev. And I hate this thing with Ilia. Everyone listen, Chimaev hasn't given a reason why he's inactive. He just is. Islam hasn't given okay, so we have the hand injury, but I just showed you that that's BS. He's just ducking Ilia. Or Gary or Morales. Maybe he's ducking everyone. Like, we know why everyone acting so retarded, but because everyone knows the Ilia situation. Like, back in December or whatever it was, he tweeted. He told everyone, legal battles, he wanted to take care of his kids. And all of that stuff, I think, was in February. I think like everything ended. And that's why he got back to the UFC, got back into camp, and now he's fighting at the White House. So Ilia, that's so inactive. He's fighting before Islam. He's fighting before... Okay, not Chimaev. But you know what I mean. Chimaev wasn't even Jesus. He's fighting before Islam. F me, man. Like, listen, if someone tears their, as it happens sometimes, tears their like ACL, MCL, has to go in for surgery, and is out for a year because they have to recover from the knee surgery, rehab, get back to training, then camp, and then fight. Listen, I'm not dumb, of course. If you're gone for a year and if you get stripped or not, that's a different conversation. But of course, that makes all the sense in the world. That's not the case. That's not the case. So listen, if you have a reason, like Ilia had a clear reason. Islam didn't. He had a fake hand injury. Let's see if they glaze some more.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I think Islam is drawing some unnecessary ire right now.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I think it's so pathetic. Oh my god. Let's actually look at some comments here. Because I don't think I'm the only one. I mean, Anik also defended Islam fighting like a coward against JDM, so consider that. Yeah. Consider the source, yeah, 100%, yeah. Was he defending? Yeah, many people were defending Islam after their worst performance ever. Shut the fuck up. Whenever you talk about Ilia, you immediately take the title. That's not right. What? As soon as you talk about sister fuck... Yes, sister fuckers. They immediately get their asses leaked. These are the kind of scumbags that work at the UFC. This guy, the spelling or like the grammar isn't exactly correct here, but yeah, I get his point. What is this? Okay. No. He's always fought twice a year since becoming champ. Pretty standard for all champs. There's no bias. Picking. I mean, not really true. Fought 0 times in 2020, fought once in 2024. Will be fighting once this year. So like he doesn't normally fight like so irritating, so irritating. What is this? Jon is a real. Islam doesn't have to do anything. He's been active and fighting twice a year isn't active. Fighting in January 2025 and then November, 10 months apart, with the first round finish. How is that active? And this thing, Islam doesn't have to do anything. He's the undisputed welterweight champion of the world in the UFC. Yes, he has to do something. He has to defend. He should defend 2 to 3 times a year. That should be mandatory. 2 times a year. If you're not injured, 3 times a year. Yes, he has to. He's the champ. Thank you very much. Let's actually go here because I know what this Ramadan is the injury in every year the Muslim gets terrible bunch of inbred. Yeah. Is this my fan club in the? Yeah. Getting fat. Was it porn? No. What is this picture? Yeah, like we know Islam is roided up. Of course. Look at Evlev in his last fight. Look at Islam between lightweight and welterweight. Like, of course. We all know they are roided up. Of course. That's not the secret at all. F you are a real clown. All the fights are planned precisely to shut. Okay. I'll be happy when he retires. Wasted precious time of the top 5's primes. Already just about April, 14th in November, and his soft ass needs a 4-month training camp, minimum with no fight news in sight. Exactly. Would much rather see Morales versus Prates. What happened? Okay. Would much rather see Morales versus Prates or Ian. Yeah. All much more exciting fighters. 100%. Yeah, I mean, I think that's it, right? That's Islam, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's not known for his striking, is he? Yeah, such a faker, such a clown. Yeah, we'll see. Tell me down below, guys, what you think about all this Islam faking hand injury, Jon Anik being such a clown defender. Like, this is the same guy that said that he doesn't like. Don't be on the side of Jon Anik. He said like a year or 2 ago, you can just Google it up, that he literally didn't like the MMA, the UFC fan base. He has literally gone out and said that on video, in interview, whatever. So yeah, tell me what you think about the Islam situation, ducking, coward, faking injury, Ali Abdelaziz, Jon Anik being a bitch. Yeah, tonight we have Pyfer Adesanya. Let's go. So, videos right here, right? Subscribe.